right, there we go. We should have audio now. Just realized that. This, I don't actually get to see any comments, so with this software we're using, but all right, we got Dale Stoller on course, sitting in 4th place after yesterday. Going to be leading today, though. Has a lot of ground to try and make up. Danny Benner, teammate, sitting right behind him in 5th place. Lining up for the bonus drop. There he is through 2 bonus. Spinning that car around. Trying to save that one reverse. That's how close this competition is.
My dad's helping judge over there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're one short.
Yeah, we're one.
So I just need a second set of eyes, really. Just need to help out. Yeah, A4.
Yeah, A4. Yeah, A4.
All right, Dean Benner going to stacking rocks. 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes, and this is their last gate. Taking a reverse, couldn't get the front end where he wanted it. Taking that 1-point penalty for the backup versus a 10-point penalty for the cone. He's going to get higher up on this side hill. On course at the same time, we got Steve Marcourt. Dale kicking that rear. Way up high, Dean going back to stacking some rocks. All right, and he is through gate 4, just has to get out to the finish. We have Steve Marcourt on a very tricky gate, blue gate bonus. Yeah. Steve not able to make any forward progression on this blue bonus right now. That WERock just hitting hard. Russell Battles out front spotting for him. Did not have the day they wanted yesterday. I think they DNF 2 courses and are down in the points.
Somebody's going to get hurt. He touched it and it moved the foot.
Yeah, I see it moving a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Steve Marcourt up the line, the blue bonus. All right, we got Kevin and Caitlin Bourne over on A4, gate 1. Cam's worried about the rock on blue bonus over there on A2. Yeah, because it moves a lot. Like it'll come down. But I don't know if it's like it's not in a gate or sitting in first place after yesterday. Kevin and Caitlin Bourne. Caitlin behind the wheel. Backwards. Trying to fit this Jesse Haynes Ibex buggy through a very tricky gate 1. We saw a lot of the Unlimiteds getting really wadded up, dropping this yesterday. And today, they have to make that climb up there. Taking that reverse, they're gonna be able to work that right rear tire around the cone. Live to the WERocks.
Making those Max's tires go to work.
These 42-inch Max's trapdoors. They stepped up into that last season, and it really seemed to be a big game changer, putting that car on the top of the podium.
They're doing really good, aren't they?
Side hill gate here, going to be pretty tricky. We'll see if that car is going to be able to stick as the left front comes down. Goes to the throttle. I think that clears that cone. Amazing driving from Caitlin there, just letting the car kind of roll through. A coming up for Gate 3 bonus. I just heard Kevin say suck the rear winch in. Getting the right rear coming up in the air, but just a little bit of throttle settles that car down. There's 3 bonus, 1 more gate, and they will be finished with this course. We got Dave Wong, our first place unlimited driver, second on course today, making his way up the blue bonus climb over there, putting those 42-inch Milestar Patagonias to work. This rock out here, Caitlin's just barely on the rear diff, and that car is just will not move forward at all. Looks like they're gonna pull all the way through here, take a reverse, trying to clear this side hill gate number 4. Right rear looks like it's aimed right for that low cone. I don't know if they're going to be able to get around it.
Do with that, Caleb? I mean, the rocks push the cone.
Yeah, it's up to his call if they would have hit it or not.
Who's call?
That judge over there that's watching. So what you can do?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The rocks push, not the buggy.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on
You
the
can
judge.
do 10, and then you can hit start. It'll count down.
Oh,
and
okay.
it'll
I
go
didn't
off.
know.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, like if the spotter drops a rock on the cone, that's definitely a truck.
Yep.
Just a question.
Yeah.
So when she was coming down that,
Yep.
she hit those rocks, it totally pushed the cone out of the way.
Yep. And then it'd be
And then it was easier for
up
her
to
to
the
miss.
judge to call if she would have hit it or not.
Yeah, because her front tire would have
Yeah.
hit it if the rocks wouldn't have pushed it.
Yeah.
I was just
It's-
wondering.
It's
now
the judge's
everybody's-
call after
yeah.
that. Yep. Yeah, so in Mexico, the way their rules are is if that rock hits that cone, if it pushes into the cone, it's a cone.
Yeah. See how far out it is?
Yeah, well I think they got it reset.
Cleaned it
Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. That's like, I don't know if her front would have hit it, but it would have been close from the top of the cone to the rear tire. Yeah.
And that's fine. Nobody's catching them today. I was just wondering because,
Yeah.
like, you
It's
know, because now
it's a very
everybody
hard
else is
judgment
going to do that.
call. Yeah, they're going to push the cone. Yep. Did you guys just finish off that course? Nice. Go again.
We need a retrack on a gate on C1. We have a very loose holder. C1, very loose holder on C1.
Dave Wong rolling over, trying to clear gate 4. Again, this is your first place leader. This is not what they wanted to do. They are opening the door. Nate going to trying to roll this thing over. Dave getting out as well. They can roll this car back over and get back in and finish. I don't know if these two guys will be able to roll that car over. All right, I think that is done. Yep.
So, that bonus gate.
You can't go uphill with this.
So how does that go in progression?
I don't know.
Okay, so that would be, so he
made it through 3.
so that would be your progression 1, and then he would have had progression 2 here. He would have had progression 3 there, and then, or
He had bonus
progression 3 here, progression 4 here, and he didn't get progression on gate 5, so he would have got progression on 4 there. He just would not have gotten that last one. It's 4 now. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I wanted to think. So I guess just for the unlimited, the bonus is 1,
Yep.
and 2.
Yep. Yep.
So on and
Yep.
so forth, until we get to
Pro mod, and then it's back to
And
normal.
then back to
You want me to pull you out of the course? Okay. All right. Hey, little Charlie, you want to hold this and point it at Danny, or are you watching?
I'm kind of watching because I'm up next.
I won't worry about it. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, I got to get Dave Wong clear the course. So we're going on a recovery here. Yeah. Did you, Josh, on C4 was wanting a gate check measure?
Okay, I'm gonna take the Bronco, come up on the back side, and I want to winch that rock into place, and I'm just gonna leave it. Well, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
So what happened over here?
It looks like he just had the rear not climbing early enough. They were trying to, the front looked like it was dropping while the rear was still climbing, and these Jesse cars, they dogleg and get really weird. So with that already kind of hanging in the air and the front coming off, it just looked like it just had too much pressure and was just gonna go.
Oh,
The
man.
rear wasn't high enough early enough.
So what does that do for you guys? That's the first place unlimited car, right?
Yeah, that I'm not 100% positive where the points line out. We'll have to see. We're just trying to make sure we play our game, run our courses clean, and where we land is where we land.
Right on, man.
So,
Good luck, guys.
yep.
All right, there's the man right there, Sawyer Brassanini, getting lined up. All right, you said C4?
I think C4.
Okay. We're gonna winch that rock in there, and I'm gonna leave the Bronco hooked to it just to try and keep it in place.
Yeah, because we were saying yesterday was bad, but that one was
That's the one that I thought might have an issue
that's
with.
the one I thought was going to happen too, and then the other one. So.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
So, all right. All right, we gotta run over to C4 here and check a cone measurement. Got Tyler Harper working his way across the standard 5 gate. Over here on the Carnage Welder A3 course. Brett Dickey just putting on a show over here.
Yep.
Good morning.
Hey, man, I got to ask you.
Yeah. I'm live. I'm live all day. So I'll be right back. Can you wait a second or?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I got all the way over here to the majority of the C courses. No idea what is needed, but at least
Out of his fire suit.
I can't see anything.
So, do you have any water?
Yeah, they're in that cooler down there by the tree. Tan cooler. Yep. It is very humid here today. All right, back over with Danny Benner, working his way through gate number 4 here on the A2 Raceline Wheels course. Losing a side panel, we're gonna have to be careful with that, make sure that doesn't hit the cone. right, Danny's got 30 seconds.
He doesn't run a timer in the car.
All right, Danny Benner clearing the race line course over here. Yeah, if you want to go, over here with me. Going to the back side.
Just going, you want me to pull around that way?
Yep, all the way around the back side. Smell some electrical. Yeah, we're headed there now. Sorry you guys get to come along with us. We're doing the best we can with the resources we have.
Or farther over to the right.
Definitely a much lighter crowd here early Sunday morning, but still a great turnout here in Mason. Yes. You know, this is Texas. You get these there you go.
Either hop in the Bronco or I can do that, or
Cactus. Can
Oh.
you winch out?
okay. We're going on some adventures right now. Strap broke. I think Sawyer Brasnini just rolled over, same place Dave Wong did. Sounds like they are trying to roll that car back over. But we're just hanging out in the Bronco right now. You want a different strap, or try and tie that one together?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and tie this together.
Okay. All right, they've got Sawyer pushed back.
I'll holler at you to look at this rock, but if you want to keep an eye over the hill.
Okay, I can be up on top here. All right, way over there we got Braxton Coleman Pro Modified on course. We got Nico Lone with the Lucky 13 Motorsports over here in Sportsman A. All right, they got that car rolled back over pretty quick. No smoke even coming out of the exhaust. So he'll be able to drive off. We'll be able to put the next guy on course. Should be Michael Brassanini. There it goes. They got that car level. There's the oil burning off of that supercharged Ecotec. That car's been around a long time. Originally built for Craig Allen. I believe it was one of the first 4-link Jesse Haynes cars, if I'm correct. You need more line? Okay. Just want to leave it? Okay. I mean, it won't go. It won't go this way. I think it's good.
Yeah, as long as everything works fine, that's good. It's just this stuff's still rough on
Straps.
and everything. Thank you guys. There's waters in this cooler over here. Thank you. Waters and Gatorades.
There we go. All right, on course. Michael Brassanini's Sawyer just taking a flop on the gate 4 side hill. We just saw Dave Wong do the same. Michael sitting really good to take the lead here. Chris Poblano out front is a very seasoned spotter, probably 25 years in this sport. 25 years in this sport. He knows the game. He's gonna see those 2 rollovers. We'll see what strategy changes. Rich Earnhardt and the pro trail with TJ Tanner on the spotter strap, right rear way up in the air. And that's Michael Brassanini finally finding the bite. Michael was sitting in second place behind Dave Wong there. That roll will give them a big chance to take the lead. Rich Earnhardt there, over there in the pro trail class, getting not in a good spot, I would say, trying to drop down that Dolphin obstacle. Car completely sideways on this ledge. They're gonna have to do some finagling to not flop it off of this ledge. Meanwhile, Michael Brassanini working his way through standard gate 1. Driving this single seat Jesse Haynes moon buggy down bonus gate 2. We saw Sawyer and I know Dale Stoller went and turned around to get to gate 3, but Brassanini just putting these Jesse Haynes portal axles to work, steering probably over 50 degrees to turn this car up to gate 3. Chris Blano stacking more rock on this lower gate 4. So far we are 2 for 2 Jesse Haynes buggies to roll off of this gate 4. Chris grabbing a massive rock. He cannot touch that cone though as he's stacking. Good morning, sir. Yeah. Going to rear only. They're going to try and push that rear up the wall to get around this low cone. Whoa, gotta get him back in frame there, sorry. All right. Sucking the front winch in. He has to drive this rear tire around the cone. They still took the cone, but they did not roll the car. That will give them a big advantage over Dave. Dave taking a 40 on this course, both bonuses. Both bonuses and 4 progressions will give him a negative 30. Or a positive in progression points, but he will still get a 40-point penalty. So if Dave would have ended with a positive 10 there, Michael Brassanini, both bonuses and finishing 1 cone, and all progressions will be a negative 15 in progressions and negative 20 in bonuses for a negative 25 with the 1 cone. So a 35-point swing between first and second there. That will put Michael Brassanini into leading the unlimited class going out of the first course of the day. All right, we got Little Charlie up on course here. Jesse Haynes out front spotting. They did not have a great day, not the day they wanted yesterday, but they are back out here to try and make up some ground. Big Charlie is still sitting, was 3rd place after yesterday. And well, I think right now you're probably sitting in 2nd place after Dave rolling off of A1 here. So what's your plan now? Is that really going to change your day?
We're going to keep going for it. Our plan is to put our cars through the paces, do the best we can. Nobody wants to see another competitor go out like that. It wasn't that it was such a difficult thing, it was just the angle of it was tough, but we're here to prove something with our Jesse Haynes products, our chassis, that new partnership we have now with Lincoln Thompson. We're really going to show people that the effort is on, that these teams putting together what we got going on, and all the other great sponsors we have to show them what Melcher Motorsports can do this year. So thanks to you guys all at WERock for giving us a platform to show everything off. But, we're excited. We're going to keep going at it. I want to see what little Charlie does on this drop. He's making it look simple. I hope it stays that way.
Going to the throttle, landing that car down in the bottom. A perfect bonus gate there for Melchner, for little Charlie Melchner with Melchner Motorsports. So some amazing driving.
That's his redemption for the Boulder situation.
All right, there he is. On to gate 4. Last one of the course. He just has to get out the exit gate. We saw Danny Benner throttling out the exit gate with 30 seconds left on the clock once he got through gate 4. 2 minutes, plenty of time. Trying to turn this Jesse Haynes chassis around. Very clean run by little Charlie. Some amazing driving, taking that bonus drop. All right.
Just a little bit.
We got Cam Beasley with the Crazy Cruiser Motorsports about to go on course. We got Brett Dickey over there trying to make a bonus blue climb. The very first gate on this course, working that Caleb Redden fabrication buggy. Trying to get that belly to clear. The car is on the ledge, but they just cannot get that belly to let go. just annihilating this rock here. They did take that cone. So first gate bonus, they did take that cone, but they will get the bonus points for it. That will negate it. Brett Dickey wearing this Caleb Fredden fabrication car pretty much perfectly. If you guys have seen him in any competition, you know how skilled of a driver this young man is. Your East and West Pro Trail champion and your Brannick National champion as well in the Pro Trail last year. Has won pretty much everything in the sport of rock crawling. Making this course look easy. A great run, one cone, no reverses.
Do you want to count that? Because he went up that bonus line, bouncing, hopping. I don't know if the buggy knocked the cone.
So at first, the rock knocked the cone over.
Right.
But then he drove over, like...
He took place of the cone.
He went way over where the cone was. Like, the left rear went outside of where the cone was, so it would count. Yes, that's a cone. Because when the rock moves it like that, it goes after where the dots are. If they run over where the dots are is where that cone is now.
Yeah, we retired that.
Yep.
Got one cone and two bonus lines. Hey, we'll take that.
We thought that was going to pull, but
They just annihilated everything on this climb.
This is just a small sampling of what is here in this area.
All right, Lee and Ashley Hull, their first run Pro Trail yesterday broke the transmission bell housing, putting them out for the rest of the day, but they have patched that up and back on course.
Our round number 2 of the WERock series, an East and West points event. These guys are fighting for both a ranking in the Eastern Series and the Western Series, as well as that Brannick Motorsports National Championship. When they pass the tires for their support of the 2005.
They do take the cone, but they get through gate 5 standard, or blue gate standard. something I'm looking at right now is that rear winch is tight from doing that blue standard. Dang, that front axle just picking up on a big boulder, just completely lifting the entire car up. It looks like they are going to take the reverse. There he goes. He did just release the rear winch. That is some great driving right there. Knowing your car. Four minutes, 10 seconds. Releasing that front winch, letting that belly clear, putting those 42-inch BFG crawlers to work.
This drop is crazy.
Nosing this newly customized Jesse Haynes buggy down this massive bonus drop. Went to the throttle, but this left rear just hooked hard. It will unbind and the car will settle right down. And there's their first course of the day. Reset the blue cone real quick.
Appreciate it.
All right. Sounds like Big Charlie may have just took that lower bonus cone that little Charlie cleared. I know Big Charlie struggled with time management on that course over there yesterday, shooting out the exit gate with seconds to spare, taking cones, just trying to get to it. All right, we got Tyler Harper in the Pro Modified class. This Jeff McKinley chassis, Ironman right rear coming up in the air, settles down nice and easy. finishing his second course of the day. Over here on Sportsman B, we have a team all from down south Mexico. Anyone that's been out to Farmington or Texas and seen these guys compete know they are phenomenal drivers. And putting this YJ on top of that podium almost every time I've seen them compete in the Sportsman B class. We got Rich Earnhardt up next in the Pro Trail class, part of that Crazy Cruisers Motorsports team. Meanwhile, TJ Tanner, who is spotting for him, is over spotting for Brent McGinnis in the Sportsman A class. Looks like they are just now getting off course, so TJ's gonna be running over here, pulling double duty, spotting for two teams. We got John Mad Cow Himble rolling over yesterday, really taking him out of the points, looking to make up some ground. Talking to him last night. And, you know, he said, you're not out until you're out. Baghdad, we had some crazy lead changes. Dave rolling over as well. John braking. Well, we just saw Dave Long take a roll. Sawyer Brassanini take a roll. John's hoping to capitalize on that later today when he gets to this course. Here, back on course for today. Let me go check in with TJ Tanner. You're up. Seriously? Yep. Yeah. Rich is lined up. This will be another team tackling this gate 4. We've had 2 cars flop off of it earlier this morning. We will see if they take anything different on it. take that lower cone, but do not roll over. You get two, if all the cones are live. If they hit a cone, it's a cone. Two, they can hit both those cones for 20 points. It's a good question. All right, we got Mad Cow Racing working his way through gate 2. Seems like something's not quite right. They're moving really slow. I don't know if they're fighting transfer case or what. Lining this single seat Jesse Haynes moon buggy up to this gate blue bonus. Making this blue bonus just look easy, crawling this car up there. Burning quite a bit of time there. Looks like they're starting to pick up that pace. Dave Binkert out front spotting. Gonna try and back down this line. I'd go to a little bit of a rear dig. Yep, that's exactly it. Just trying to skirt this rear tire. They do take the cone, but they do not roll the car. One minute on the clock. They still have to get through gate 4, make the turn, and finish. Danny Benner coming out of this gate, 30 seconds left, was still able to finish. They take the cone and save the roll. to burn this rear tire around this upper hill one cone. They just cannot get the rear. They do finally take that right side cone there. On the clock. Oh, they touched this right side bonus cone trying to get lined up for it. And that is the first Pro Mod down off of the bonus 2 drop. Front winch is tight, just pretty much holding the entire front axle up. He does suck that, let that relax, trying to let these 39-inch Falcon tires find some traction here on this Texas rock. Weird pop in that rear of this car. I don't know if it's just the transfer case popping out of gear or what. Just 3-tire that last gate and get out. That'll be 1 bonus and 3 cones. And a few backups, so it'll have a positive 10 for that course. right, Dale Stotler over there on A2. Right behind me, we have Steve Marcourt trying to clear the bonus or the Blue Gate standard line. Putting the single seat Jesse Haynes car way up on this wall. Seems like he's trying to make up some time here. Doing good? Want to take a break? Sure. Okay. How was that, buddy?
That was rough, but
Yeah.
it didn't go as well as we planned, but I got out of the gate somehow. So,
Right on.
I'm happy.
Good. The end result was good.
Yeah, we gave you a little bit of a show and made it out under time, amazingly. Cool, appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, good job.
Thank you.
Got our chaplain, Tom Campbell, out supporting everybody. Thank you, Tom, for being out here and always supporting everybody. And we definitely appreciate your invocation every morning. And
I love everybody here. Anybody's got any questions about anything?
what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me on Facebook.
Okay.
Tom Campbell. My phone number, not too many people do this, 937-215-8030.
And I know that you've been able to help a lot of our rock crawling community out over the years, and we're very thankful for that. So don't hesitate to reach out if you guys need to get a hold of him, need somebody to talk to, whatever you need. He'll love to be there with you anytime he can. So Tom, we really appreciate you.
You're welcome. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Yes.
Not all chaplains are this welcome at their races and venues they go to.
That's unbelievable, but we are very proud to have you here, and
it's unbelievable that you guys have always, from the very beginning, have accepted me and appreciated my presence. Not everybody's like that.
Yep. Well, that's what we try to do for everybody, for sure. So awesome. Well, thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Jake.
How's it going, Caleb? I would take another drink. I've had 2 today, which is about what I had yesterday.
Yeah. What a crazy start with the Unlimited. Did you see Dave Wong roll?
Yeah.
Sawyer Brassanini rolled. That Dave really gonna give up some points there. Brassanini did clean the course, but he took that lower cone there.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
He didn't roll the car on it. So that's really going to change some points up. I know Big Charlie did hit the lower bonus cone on E2, so I think they may have lost some 10 points there. Well, we'll see, because Brassanini has yet to run that. That'll be their last, or that'll be their next course. So
yeah,
it'll be.
Dave Wong is looking for an 18-inch air shock. They rolled over onto the shock, so I'm not sure what they're going to do there. I think they found maybe a 14 or 16 replacement. Yep. Hopefully they can get that car back together and get back out on course.
This day completely changed the scores. Things are not over until they are over. You never give up. I know John Himble rolled over yesterday, and he is looking to come out and try and make some points up, and or at least get some practice on these courses. And he knows not to give up as things change. So there's still a lot of the day left. We still have to go into the shootout, and that's going to be looking pretty gnarly. So we got Lee and Ashley Hull over here. Their second course of the day. Pro Trail's moving really quickly.
Yeah, they got redemption on A3 over there. That was the course that they DNF'd yesterday, and had the car mechanicals after that. So they've got it back going and able to get redemption on that.
We saw Brett Dickey trying this climb, just annihilate pretty much the entire wall. Everything down on the bottom, stuff was just rocks flying everywhere, and was able to retire it. I didn't get to see Tyler on it.
Tyler ended up taking the lower right bonus cone.
So very tricky belly rock. You really will have to finesse your winches. You don't want the front winch too tight. You want the belly up off the ground. But you definitely don't want that car coming off with the front tires in the air. All right, go get a drink.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the update. We can see a little bit of that belly rock right there, that lower control arm on it. It does scoot over more into the normal trail line of King of the Hill. It does have the front winch pretty tight. Getting a little bit of suspension hop out of the car. Ashley's gonna stack a big rock over here. Didn't quite get exactly where she wanted, but they're gonna go ahead and try the standard line here, which is just to the right of King of the Hill. It's got some better steps in it, but they're bigger steps, not quite as vertical. But able to get up clean through their gate number 1. Those blue cones, they're headed to the gate number 1 for the Pro Mods. All right, nice and clean up through gate number 1. Headed over here to the side hill for gate number 2. Got Barwell in the background over here in their purple Jeep in the sportsman class. All right, Ashley keeping a close eye on these cones over here. Getting Lee lined up. Lee doing a lot of work to this Jesse Haynes fabrication car over the winter. A loose rock there on that left rear that kind of walked it sideways a little bit, but he should be able to rear steer up and around that without any problem. So piece of cake right there. Want to thank Caleb for setting up some super awesome courses here.
Water, Gatorade?
I'll do a water. I don't know how I'm gonna. We'll have to set it somewhere. We'll switch. We'll switch back. I'll do another.
I'd let your phone keep the battery because I'm gonna have to use it for a shootout. So I opened it, so I drank it.
Working around gate number 3 here. Just came down the bonus, headed over into gate number 4. Solid run for Lee and Ashley. putting down a couple of really good runs this morning. So, how's the car feeling?
I like it. I like it better.
What were all the changes you made to it in the off season? The short version. You worked a lot on this car.
Got a little out of the top, a little out of the bottom, shortened it a little, took a little out of the wheelbase, moved the engine forward. Just trying to be able to see this.
Okay.
Seemed to have helped quite a bit. I don't know. Trying to lighten it up a little too and just be able to see.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it is working amazing, and after yesterday to come back and get redemption on these courses, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to see the good courses you got put together already, and looking forward to the next two.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit. Good job.
Thanks.
You know what, I think Caleb set me down to water over here. Danny's pushing way high on the wall. Looks like they're going to try and stand this car up the wall. They've got to miss the bonus cone. But a really good strategy here by Dean Benner Spotting. Now got those Spider Tracks axles turned 50 degrees in the back. Danny's keeping an eye on that blue cone. It's just next to that little bush there. Able to use this car's low center of gravity. Does not have those portal axles in it. Instead, an old school set of Spider Tracks 9-inch housings with Spider Tracks knuckles and steering. Danny doing a great job pushing that left rear tire into the face of the rock with the number 3 cone on the left-hand side there. Able to find some good bite with that BF Goodrich sticky compound tire. He's gonna loop around the tree here. All right, Dean getting the winches adjusted. And a nice easy bonus drop here for Danny Benner. Out of Pennsylvania, putting on a good show this weekend.
Woo!
How was that?
That was tough hitting that first gate.
Yeah,
And,
that was not planned.
It definitely took some wind out of our sails, but we came down through and everything went spotless. Gate 3 here, we were not anticipating going up that as easy as it was, but it actually walked up really good. So
He did a great job. He turned those rear tires to the driver a little bit, put some pressure on that, 6-foot vertical rock right there, and that was enough to just find the traction and push the back up. It was impressive.
pinch it right in there.
Yep.
The old BF Goodrich crawlers are working hard today.
Yeah, they did not let you down right there, so that was impressive. What about going up through the blue cone there and going vertical? Was that the game plan all along?
Yeah, that was the game plan. Definitely
Okay.
Felt better than going through the other way yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, that was the game plan. It worked out flawless. We little wiggle at the bottom. It started to push to make the transition, but tires held. We made the turn and went right up it.
Right on. Well, great job, guys. We
Thank you.
can't wait to see you in a little bit. You guys on your third course? Is this your third or second?
This is our second course.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing we can do right now.
Jesse, you guys had some issues with the car dying on this course yesterday. Do you think you got those figured out, or?
Yeah, alternator wasn't charging. There was a bad connection somewhere. Should be pretty straightforward. Trying to figure out where my helmet is now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe.
All right. So how is it with the heat out here and running spotting for 2 cars?
I didn't think it was that bad until like 4 o'clock yesterday when I took a 2-hour nap.
All right, well, good luck, buddy. Got the gentleman of the hour over here.
Coming up soon. Yeah.
Yep. You guys learning anything on this course over here yet?
Couple things, yeah. Couple things, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to be able to watch somebody today.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
I was when we set this sideways blue cone over here, that was kind of the line we had envisioned, was to go through there and then go to the top. If you didn't do the bonus, that was kind of the line we thought looked the safest.
Well, yesterday, if you could climb up in there that high, you
Might as well do the bonus. Yeah.
Stay tuned for us. I mean, you're gonna see something cool.
That's every run. You guys are doing something spectacular.
We're going for that bonus. We're going big.
All right. Where are you guys sitting in the points?
I don't know. We were 7th coming into the day. Our first course, we hit some cones.
We got a rough
I'm not
course.
sure.
So is the plan just to push hard today, or is it hope that other people screw up?
Push hard.
Both. Both. Right on. All right, good luck, guys.
Thank you. Little Charlie's on tour.
All right, this is the cone that Danny Benner hit. Working their way to the top of Dolphin over here. We'll let little Charlie work through here, but Victor Bunnis right behind us is just throttling on a ledge on A1 over there, that Maxxis tire course, and I have still yet to see the top of his Jeep make the crest. All right, little Charlie making the drop down Dolphin Rock. Should go to front only here, just to keep the rear suspension, working the transfer case levers around in there, trying to get the car freed up. Allow those Mickey Thompsons to grab a hold of this shelf rock, work their way across the transition over to the blue gate. We just saw John Himble saying that he is planning on taking the bonus. Not still in that front only, just allowing those tires back up on the shelf. He's got the rear tires kind of scruffing the wall a little bit. Let the rear winch out. He's climbing high. There you go. Jesse's got him straightened out a little bit. All right, now back. Heading up just a little bit with those rears. Gonna have to get back in four-wheel drive here. Jesse's keeping an eye on the cone on that right front. He's getting very close to it. Had to straighten the tire just a little bit, give him some room. Can hear some discussion back and forth about not being in four-wheel drive. So close to that right front on that blue cone. Able to make enough progression. That right rear just holding the car up a little bit, pulling the front end downhill. See little Charlie grabbing that left rear cutting brake, pulling on that as hard as he can, trying to get the front end to crawl up. I don't know if he's got the rear disengaged here, but needs the rear ARB locker off. He's pulling hard on that left rear cutting brake, but it looks like it's pulling, so it looks like he's still in four-wheel drive. All right, Jesse's wanting him to take a reverse here. Charlie going all the way to the passenger side with those front tires. See if it was enough. All right, looking good. Still holding that left rear cutting brake, even though it's still in full four-wheel drive. nothing else, it gives him some comfort to know that that's what he's trying to at least will the car to do. Little Charlie working his way over into gate number 3 here on the Carnage Welder course. Just checking back on the live feed just to see if you guys got any questions or anything, but looks like we're all good over there. I'll check back with you guys on the Facebook side here in just a little bit. Little Charlie doing the same, turning those rear tires to the driver, forcing them into that wall. Able to find traction with those brand new 42-inch Mickey Thompson tires, wrapped around a 20-inch wheel. Jesse moved over to the passenger side to keep an eye on the passenger cone over there. Finally up off the belly. How's it going, Randy?
It's going good, my friend.
Right on. Thanks for having us out here. We appreciate it.
Really challenging course.
Yep. Not quite as challenging as Top Gun stuff, though. What? Tell us about that. What do you got coming up?
But our Top Gun shootout will be the weekend of November the 8th this year, and designed to really reward the best driver that day. It's going to be some extra extreme stuff. We do it just a little different than WERock. Ours have a start cone and an end cone, but no cones in the middle, but the obstacles tend to be a lot harder. So,
yep, it is some awesome rock crawling to watch, and probably the best place in the world to come watch rock crawling for sure. So
we think so. So
yeah,
if you get a chance, come and see that Texas Top Gun shootout.
Yep, highly recommend it. I'm hoping that we can make it finally down this year. We were supposed to be here last year, and had some stuff come up as life does, but we're definitely planning on being here. We love coming down, and it's a great show, supporting all the drivers and everything, and the Top Gun as well.
I think having that here helped this event a lot, because those guys like to come down and put the tires on the rock and practice a little bit for the Top Gun.
Yep.
You know, we guarantee a $10,000 first prize, but also play some other guys. You know, it pays pretty well for second and third. So anyway, it's going to be good. And you get to see the top drivers in the world compete against the best rocks, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Yeah, and if you don't like this rock, it's not challenging enough. You just drive over to the next one, and there's one that's even harder than that.
Even harder. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So please come see it. Come out and wheel with us.
Yep. Yeah, and you don't have to just come down for Top Gun. You can come down, check out the schedule. I know there's a QR code, but you guys find you on Facebook, on the internet, and keep an eye on. There's a lot of great events.
Once you connect to that QR code, then it'll pop up. You have a calendar, so it gives all our dates on there. Just one click, you go right straight to the calendar. So
yep, I know you guys just had the Land Cruiser event out here. You've got the Bronco Roundup coming up in just a couple weeks as well.
Yes, we have Broncos coming up, and then Mel Wade will be here. I think he just posted that because I've already had calls on people wanting RV spots and stuff. So the Evo Jeep Experience will be here Mother's Day weekend. And then, of course, our biggest event of the year is our Memorial Day crawfish boil band, 4 days of wheeling. So it'll be a good time as well. It's probably one of our favorite events of the year, and so it's coming up. It's a a great time to get out on the holidays and get an extra day to wheel. So, yeah, come on.
Yep, and there's plenty to wheel here. How many acres do you have in the park?
So there's 600 acres here. We don't wheel all 600, you know, somewhere in that 350 acres by, you know, making a guess, but all 350 acres of that is really hard wheeling. You know?
It is, every inch of it. It's not like you go out and, well, like Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch up in Missouri is 1,000 acres up there. Well, like we're talking here, Moby Dick's right here to your right, Dolphin's right here, King of the Hill. You've got like 4 trails right here on this same rock. So,
well, you know, people call us the Moab of Texas for the reason is we feel like we have the same amount of obstacles that they have in Moab. It's just we take out the 150 miles of driving. We just go from one to the next, extreme stuff, and you can stay right along with him and, you know, hang out and do the bypass, have a good time. So
yep.
It's good.
Yeah, and there's something for everyone here. So if you want to bring, I saw a K truck out here yesterday. I think those probably have about a 20-inch tire on them, maybe if we're lucky. All the way out to the full-blown comp rig. So there's something for everybody out here.
Yep. So we have a good team. Shane Chapman, he's my partner, and he's still a hardcore Jeep guy. It's got to have a Jeep body, and I've kind of turned to the dark side with the buggy guys, so it works well. So
we've noticed.
Yeah, there you go.
Another brand new buggy for you, actually.
Yeah.
This is your first brand new car, though, isn't it?
This is my first brand new car. I've had 2 other portal buggies, and one of them's here today. I don't know what happened to the Kenny Bloom car that I bought, but that was the poison that infected me. Was Kenny Bloom's car, and now one of my cars is here. In fact, I think that's right there, but they're coming up on this course, so I'm rooting for them.
Yep. It is great to have Jewel back on course too, and to have them in a very capable car. That's awesome. So
it's a unique world. The buggy is constantly changing. From the amount of time that it took me from the time I placed my order to the time I got it, I upgraded it 3 times. Very expensive upgrades too. But, you know, I mean, there's something coming out new every day, and so I'm excited. Great, you know, idea, a way to build cars and have parts for them available.
Yep.
And Alan, my guy that built mine, Alan.
Yeah, you've got some super cool stuff, features in this car too, with the billet shock mounts. Or even though the cars aren't drastically changing, they're improving every little facet.
Little things, you know, I got, you know, Jesse's new box on there, Radfo shocks, Jesse's. I mean, I've really been working on them. In fact, I'm excited. I want to go wheel because I had Jesse do a little tuning on my shock. So
yeah, another great reason to be down here. You can come down here and you know, talk to the best guys in the scene, and hopefully learn some tricks. Maybe get them to work on your car a little bit too. So another good time to be down here. If you guys didn't make it down this weekend, make sure you get back for Top Gun. November 9th, is that right?
Yep.
All right. Well, sounds good.
Yep, that's good. Come out and check these buggies out. It's crazy. I mean, how many that are here. It's
there's some crazy throttling going on behind me through the bushes that I can't
you
see.
Better
but
get over and catch it. Thanks
yeah.
for coming by.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, Randy.
You bet.
All right, we got Danny Benner on course over on A4. We got more experienced Charlie, car number 100. Charlie holding both rear cutting brakes, making this transition down, went to the rear winch. Looks like he sucked the rear winch in. I'm not sure that's the best way to tighten this car up in here, but I'm sure it'll make him feel better. Still holding both of those rear cutting brakes as they're sliding down into the Dolphin obstacle. All right, Charlie pulling the front winch in. He's got both winches in tight as he cuts across this shelf. All right, Jesse's got the front and rear tires pointed in the direction that he wants. He's got him holding that left rear cutting brake. All right, Charlie is in 3-wheel drive, looks like. Now, maybe just took the slack out a little. Had to straighten up the front tires as it's kind of sloughing. It's lifting that left front tire. Those winches being pulled in tight. All right, Charlie's got both of these winches pulled in tight. He really needs to get this rear winch loosened up. It's pulling the left front tire completely off of the ground. He's trying to settle the car by steering downhill, but unfortunately it's this rear winch that's really causing most of the problems. If they could get both of the winches loosened up, the car would settle down. There we go. They finally caught it here. And the reason that's doing that is that the rear axle is such an extreme angle, and when you pull the chassis down tight to it, it's going to pull the chassis to that extreme angle to match and not allow that axle to flex under the car like you needed it to. So able to get that corrected. Now moving up, got to make this transition with the right rear tire. Oh, and he is so close to the back side of this cone. Like, oh, we picked up more judges. Yeah, but I thought when I ordered we had less. All right, I'm gonna work my way down out of where I've climbed up to. Jesse's checking on something with the car. Looks like they might have some kind of mechanical issue. Oh. Dave Binkard keeping a close eye on things. John Himble getting ready to run. Yeah, I think they may have a fan issue
It
or
might be
something.
the water pump that was happening. yesterday or 2 days, I think 2 days ago, like the day before the competition on the way back, when we were trail riding, the water pump wasn't turning on. So I would imagine it's the water pump.
All right, running out of time here. I think they've got about a minute.
I think he's just gonna try to get it dirty.
He's just gonna try and get through the rest of this course, but with an overheating car. You see the Badlands Off-Road Park sponsorship on there. We will be at the Badlands in July. Make sure you come out, cheer these guys on. Kyle's doing a bunch of work. Something internally there causing an issue. Little Charlie, it sounded like they might have a water pump issue, electric water pump not working. Charlie just pushing these. Got to be down to just seconds. Yeah.
We'll kick some dirt on that cone over there. I've got one salmon, so you guys may have to fight for it. Oh, you hungry?
I can, we can send somebody down to grab another one. 3 more, yeah, okay. You want to send a message? Here, I can send a message to Colby. Crystal just messaged me and asked if there's a 30-point penalty when you use a winch in Sportsman.
Yeah.
That's what I said. So I'm interested in what's going on over there.
I figured out how to screw this up every time.
Hey Caleb, we want to call for recovery.
I don't know.
Let's just pull you over, or okay, you got it. Okay, he says he's got it for now, so we'll see. Not sure this Sasquatch car is up to it. Probably wore it out yesterday.
Yeah, I know it.
Look at the front of this. My advice is pick the things that never fail. Don't skimp on a worn winch.
Yeah.
PSC, great folks.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
I see so many people skimp on a winch.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
We used 4 of those yesterday.
If you need it.
Yeah.
Or your friend's life. So.
Yep. Yeah, you need it to do winch things when it's time to do winching.
Are they gonna try to fix it, or I don't know what's wrong with it?
I think he was putting a fuse in.
So what are you thinking about the new tires?
Oh, the Sticky Mickeys?
Uh-huh.
You know, I think they're working pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm a Maxxis guy. I love my BFGs. I was sponsored by Cooper Tires for a number of years, which is what plant those tires are built in.
Yep.
I don't know though. I really felt that Caitlin Bourne put down some really impressive runs yesterday with those 42-inch Trepadors. So, but I think they're right up there.
Well, there's so
I'm
many.
not seeing anything that says you know, don't run them.
Yeah.
You know,
So
nobody
how
had
do you think
any
they compare
flats.
with paint to go tires, the Milestar?
This is probably the place that I see the Milestars working the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know that they. I think last year they may have been, you know, pretty even because the moisture that we had. I know they work great out at Sand Hollow on the sandstone and that. But I know they've got another version of the Milestar coming out later this year.
That's what I heard, yeah.
As well. So they are working extremely hard to get those tires up to top tier, you know, level tires for everybody. So that part is good for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm with you. I think, you know, it's just like noses. Everybody's got one. My opinion, you know, I still don't know that there's a company that has matched the BFG Reds for me for here, this specific spot. But
yep.
They're getting closer and they're
Yeah.
closer. And somebody's going to pass them if they don't come
Yep.
out with something new. You know, it's
Yeah.
just the law of the beast. Somebody's going to, somebody's going to knock that rock off their shoulder.
Yep.
I'm anxious to see it. I mean,
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We've got a meeting with Maxxis next week to talk about some things for the future of tires as well. So we're very excited. You know, probably the biggest thing we've had happen in competitive rock crawling in a long time was for Milestar to come in, rattle some people's cages and wake some people up and say, hey, there's a market to be had here if you can come up with a better tire. And you know, here we are not even a year later, and we've got Mickey Thompson out with their brand new 42-inch tall sticky tire on a 20-inch wheel. So and that's a diehard BFG guy over there.
I know.
And so he's been sponsored by BFG since back in there or so. He was one of their team drivers.
Yeah.
You know, to see these guys make the change in tires tells me that there may be something there.
There may be something there, yeah.
They're not going to leave anything on the table, I'll tell you that. If they felt that the tire was not as good as something else, it wouldn't matter whether it was free or they had to pay all the money in the world for it. They would have it.
They would have it, yeah. Well, like I said, you know, once those tires get worn a little bit, you know, in my experience, the more worn they are, the more feathered they are, the better they work. So,
Yep.
Because everybody's relatively new with the with the Mickey, so.
Yeah, we haven't seen a broken in set of Mickey Thompson's yet, so they just there was a massive tire delivery down here in Mason, Texas. There were there had to be 60 sets of tires changing hands down here this weekend with everybody moving things
And
around.
the week
So
before, run before the Land Cruiser guys, I don't know how many sets of Mickeys they put on.
yeah.
You know, so I mean, people are liking them. I mean, that says a lot, you know.
Yep. No, they're those Mickeys are made in Ohio, and you know, there's a lot to be said with supporting you know, American-made products too. And I thought they've always made a good quality product, but they didn't have anything in a 42.
Now, so that's going to that's a big plus.
Yep. Yeah, Goodyear came in, brought in a bunch more molds, so they were able to you know, up production a little bit. Still very limited in the big tires. I think they only made 900 of them this last run, and they went pretty quick. So people have been waiting on them for a long time.
Yep. No, I think they're good tires. I think they're more all-around tires.
Yep. Yeah, it'd
They
be.
say the sidewalls are tougher, and that's a big plus.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we went, we were just in Arizona, did some wheeling with the buddy that had the Patagonias on his buggy, and we ended up putting holes in the sidewall in 2 of those tires. Well, one was a Gen 1 and one was an early Gen 2. Yeah. So those tires have already transitioned and been phased out and made improvements to those tires. One of the things that I've seen the top teams like John Himble and Dave Wong is they're running extremely low air pressure in these tires. So, you know, that's something else to think about. If you've got to get really low air pressure, you're losing height as well. So it's more than just, you know, how sticky it is, what the tire looks like, any of that. There's a lot that goes into it for these guys to make that decision.
I know 2 years ago when I was running that first year that you had the Pro Trail, and it was super fun, you know, fighting against Logan and Tyler, and they were going, man, you just walked right up that hill. Why? How did you do that? And I said, air pressure. Like, how much air pressure are you running in? About 4, and they're 8 or 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I said, I've just never popped the inside bead. And I was running race line wheels in, so that air pressure makes all the difference in the world.
All right, John Himble.
It's interesting to see he's got a new plan. I talked to him earlier. He's gonna.
Man, I love it.
He's gonna do he's got a dirty plan for this.
Yep. He's taking the cone with the right front. Left front has gone completely around. Right rear is going to be easy to get inside the gate, but he's just got to get far enough down to where that left rear tire touches where the cone is in order to get progression. So they came into this with a very bold strategy. You ever seen anybody go across Dolphin Rock like this before?
No. I have seen people, that's the reason there's no bottom on that Dolphin sign, is I have seen people go up there.
Yep. There's a lot of marks over there.
But he already had this plan in his mind, so.
Yeah, that was the intent for the bonus gate, was in order to do the bonus, you were to come down through there and then have to make that vertical climb. So, but he's got progression on gate 2 here, so we'll see how the rest of his plan works out. Love the outside the box thinking here. Working that power steering for everything it's got. That bypass valve's chirping in there. Holding that right rear cutting brake, trying to stay up on top of the fin. Gotta watch out for this rock over here. It's not the most sturdy, but at least it's small.
Whoever set this course up didn't leave much room on that back side.
No, there's no room on that back side.
No.
So what's the back side of this called? Does it have a name or anything?
No.
It's one of my favorite obstacles. I really enjoy this area. The King of the Hill
area,
rock over here,
just
the little
right behind
notch.
us is where we had the Top Gun a year ago.
Oh boy. So John is way up top. Right front's already starting to drop. Left rear's still got to climb another foot. Left rear's off the ground.
Back up.
Burn it around there, buddy.
We are here on the A3 Carnage Welders course. John Mad Cow Himble attempting a crazy line here on the bonus. Dave Binkard attempted to get the spotter strap attached, but I think John is trying to get the car to settle without using the strap. I think I'd go ahead and at least put the strap on there, even if you don't use it. All right, he's gonna take a reverse, try and save that spotter strap if they don't have to. Oh man, this is an absolutely insane attempt here by John Himble. They need to get that spotter strap on there and hold that car down. Dave is strong enough to hold that car pretty steady. Went to a reverse, rear open locker, reverse with the locker engaged now, gonna pull that car back. So I've taken a couple of reverses already, trying to get this car situated. That left rear just so far up top, right front, making the drop down in there. And unfortunately, what's going to happen is they're going to burn up enough reverses here that spotter strap would have paid dividends, but still absolutely crazy trying to make this bonus drop. John Himble, Dave Binkard with Mad Cow Racing. Whew. Well, John is down. Got progression on the bonus gate, so that's a lot of work to try and get that bonus there. Not sure if that if the juice was worth the squeeze on that one, but if you don't know unless you try. What do you think? You guys wishing you could have tried that bonus earlier? Yeah. How about the 5 gate in here? Bummed you didn't get to run that one too? All right, John making quick work of the climb over here on gate 3. Able to just keep easy momentum right on up, letting those Milestar tires go to work. So we can get pulled away from the rear. Yep. There's a little notch on that. Kind of pulls the right rear tire closer to the cone, but sliding down that right rear should catch just before the front tires touch the bottom. John getting his shocks pulled back in.
Nice, dude. A little sketchy up there.
What happened up top?
Got a little sketchy on that turn and wanted to drive under itself, and I've had a couple of those big rolls before, and I did not want one here.
Yeah. Well, you still made a decision not to go to the spotter strap there. You could have strapped on there,
could have gone there, but I don't know that it would have done a lot. I think it still would have pulled me down the hill into that cone, and I didn't want to be there.
Yeah. Well, you got the cone, but you'd saved the roll and kept the car rubber side down and cleaned the rest of the course pretty easily. So a little bit of out of the box strategy, but made for some pucker moments. But it was everybody online was cheering you on too. So
All
right, buddy. Well, good job.
Thanks.
through a gate, you can put 2 tires back through the gate now, right?
Right.
It's not 3.
Right. You can't. If you get progression on it, it's a 10-point penalty.
So if you get 3 tires through, it's a 10-point penalty.
Yes.
So you get 2 tires through just fine.
Right.
Okay. Just want to clarify that.
Yep.
One gate on this one over here, we're looking at it. I mean, some of the couple unlimited cars already rolled off, so it's looking kind of sketchy. So I'm like, that's a strategy. I just want to double check the rules.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, you can do 2 tires through.
And bring 2 tires back around.
Correct. Yep.
Right on top of the spotter bag, sorry. Right there in the light.
Nope, not there.
Not there? What, not there?
I'm like, it's just starts rolling the medium.
Charlie needs 3 inches.
I'm not gonna ask what. No, I got distracted with answering. Yeah, let me get sandwiches ordered. How are you doing on the shootout course?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's in a bag over there, though.
Most accurate tire gauge you'll ever use.
Okay. We're just using the old power tank and the tire right gauge to get things put back where they belong.
Power tank's back.
You saved the day again, Mr. Long. I'm trying to get some karma when I can.
You pointed it out.
Hey, let's, you want to let them out and then we'll finish airing down?
I thought your tire was flat at first, and I looked at it and I was like, huh.
What do you run it at?
Okay. It's a secret.
Apparently you can't put a ballast cap on your
Yes.
So we need to find somebody to go get it.
Yeah. What, anything else you need?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I need the paint skid-ons for the shootout.
Okay. I can help you in a little bit.
I can give it to you. I think What do you think on Sawyer's roof? His back roof bar?
I haven't seen it.
It's right behind you. It's right here. The back two then down.
Oops, sorry, too late.
Sawyer's.
Dude.
Broke valve stem on shock, RCV, all the fun stuff.
Oh man, you guys know how to party.
That's what you like to call bargaining.
Yeah, as long as he's got enough headroom clearance.
Headroom?
Yep.
Yeah.
The B pillar's intact.
Okay.
Down bars in the back are good. As long as nothing's cracked.
Yeah, so I just look over.
Is this one you guys had to change out in Baghdad, or is this a remainder?
We had to break. We broke the short side of Baghdad. We broke the long side here.
Bummer. All right, we had a crazy storm front move through last night. The rain missed us, fortunately, but backside of this front moving through, the wind is starting to pick up this afternoon. A lot of dust in the air, even though it seemed like we got quite a bit of rain the other night. But Sawyer Brassanini working on pulling a portal, which you know is not easy. It's got threaded into the portal gearbox and a nut on the bottom. All right, they've got some work cut out for them. We're gonna check back in. We're head over to the A1 Max's course and the A2 Raceline course over here at Ben Malik. Doing great this weekend, making the step up into Unlimited, working their way. Meanwhile, Rick Blackburn, sportsman class competitor. And then right next door, Tyler Harper working on the Maxis bonus here, using that rear steer. Almost came driver a little too early with the rear tires. Needed to bite just a little bit. He's moving those rear tires back over. He's got plenty of bite on that right rear. St. George, Utah, Tyler Harper, a beautiful Sundowner package on there. Ironman chassis, BF Goodrich tires and Raceline wheels. Trying to drag this car up by just the right front. Got to get that left front locked in there. And that's all it took to get up through the bonus here. It's an Ironman chassis, portal axles, 42-inch tall sticky tires, and some Raceline wheels, and you can come out and try that bonus. Just that simple. It's like another world down here. Absolutely insane. What's happening, buddy? How are you?
I'm okay.
How are you guys doing today?
I think we're doing all right. I think we're still in third. I don't know what happened to the crazy cruiser rig.
Oh no.
Did he break?
I'm not sure.
Rich? These guys are looking good. I mean,
Yeah.
look at those guys.
Yep. They made the step up into Unlimited this year. Bought that car. That's Steve Bolano's old Jesse Haynes fabrication car. Or no, who's? I'll have to think about who that was because Leah Hockman has. You guys correct me on the internet. You're good at that.
Yeah.
Cam's good at that too. Whose car does Brian have?
Brian
Malik.
It's his car.
But
who did he buy it from?
He got it from Little Charlie. It's Little Charlie's old.
Little Charlie's car.
Oh,
okay.
there we
Yeah, there was a lot of car swapping over the winter, and I did my best to keep up with it, but.
No, I see your double phone in here.
Yeah, I got my Facebook comments over here on this phone. Michael Kelly coming in clutch there. Pan back over here to Tyler Harper. So Rick, tell me a little bit about how's Pro Trail going?
Pro Trail's going good. Jewel and Trevor, they need some time together in the car. We've home wheeling or competing. We broke a transfer case in Baghdad, but out here we're doing good. I mean, we broke a third member on the first course, so we got that changed out, got back on course, finished out the day in third out of the 5 competitors that are here. And so we're just trying to hold third because Tyler and Brett are way up there and they're looking good for sure. Tyler Harper's on course right now, and man, he makes that car look good.
Yep, it is a good looking car too, but those are 2 of the top drivers in any class.
Yep.
So if you can get out there and mix it up with those guys, you're doing really, really good. So
we're just happy to be here, and
we're glad to have you. You guys
again.
have Jewel back out on course with us.
Yep.
How is it being on the sidelines helping out? Would you rather be on course?
It's hard because you can't have outside help. You're not supposed to anyways. And so I'm kind of mumbling under my breath sometimes, but that's okay. Like every challenge is a chance for growth for these guys.
Yep. Yeah, and Trevor, a great spotter.
Yeah.
So it's just going to take a little bit of time for the 2 of them to gel. Jewel get comfortable in the car, get the bugs worked out.
The car too. We need to get him in the car, set up the seat for him, and let him just have a good trail day and do some. That does look like gas. It stopped. I think it was just an overflow. How big do you think that tank is?
5 gallons.
I was gonna guess 4 or 5 right there.
Yeah.
Man, George is
We got the other, the man of the hour. Shane, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good.
All right.
Good day today.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys having us out here.
We love having you guys every year.
We talked to Randy a little bit about the Top Gun shootout coming up November 9th, I believe.
That's right. Yeah,
so
that'll be a great event. $10,000 first prize. Can't beat that.
Yep, and it's a great time of year to be down here in Texas.
Yeah, it's not quite like we're getting right now. It's a little warm today.
Yeah.
But, November is usually pretty good weather, so it'll be a great event.
Yep. Well, we're looking forward to it. So we love being down here at Katimsi. It's than anywhere I've ever been. So
it is pretty compact. We got it all right in one little small area, so which makes it nice. So you don't have to carry all your gear with you. If you break down, you can run to camp, or bring your gear out here like these guys that are fixing that buggy right there. You know, that makes it pretty handy. You don't have to load all your stuff, have some overlanding trailer or some kind of nonsense like that.
Got behind us Dale Stotler throttling through that bonus gate. We saw him yesterday send it. We've got the Pink Samurai rolling up on a huge rolly diff rock. Made it through clean, but Randy said his favorite event is Memorial Weekend. He said the crawfish boil is his favorite.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that. I mean, it's lots of good crawfish. Hot days, but then, you know, we will have a nice big crawfish boil going on.
Yeah, and the river feels really good at that time of the year. It's still probably a little chilly right now.
Probably a little chilly right now, but it's great. And Memorial Day weekend was super.
Yep. Well, thank you so much for having us down here again. We love coming down here and the best rocks anywhere.
Well, I appreciate that. We've had you guys since I think Rich came first time it was Cal Rock. So we've been doing this stuff with you guys for a long time. And we love having y'all here.
Right on, man. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll see you, dude.
We'll check back in with Sawyer Brassanini here. Colin working on getting this axle shaft looks like they've got the new one in there. That's the heavy bit. All right, well, they're making progress on that. I believe so. Let me double check with Caleb. He will know better. Dale always keeping it Western out here. How did that run go for you?
It didn't quite go as planned. It went all wrong on that downhill 2 gate. We went a little sideways and then had to kind of change our direction from there.
Right on. So what?
I made a last call to cut down off of that blue bonus there and to try to save time to make sure we could finish the course.
Yep. I hear your timer going off right now. So yeah. you were getting low on time, but made it out through 3 and the bonus there. So you at least got the course completed, which is the most important part to start with. So.
I think we're fighting for 3rd right now.
All right, buddy. Yeah. Well, good luck. Keep at it. It's still anybody's game yet. So hopefully.
I'm fighting for 2nd, maybe.
Yeah, 2nd or 3rd. That'll get you in the shootout. So that's where you want to be.
Sounds good to me.
All right, man. Good luck. Woo pals right here.
Hey.
All right, what's going on over here, guys? Made the transition from Sportsman last season, stepping up into Unlimited. What do you think?
These courses are gnarly, but we came out with a car that's going to be able to compete in there. Now we just need a little bit of driver modification so we can put these through the same gates that we know it can go through. Had a great day yesterday. Did a bunch of stuff we didn't know we were capable of, so that was awesome. Pushing to the limits this weekend, so
yeah,
I'm so happy we made the transition.
Well, I mean, the car still looks great. I know that you had a little oops over here yesterday, but
We'll be all right.
Yeah, but otherwise the car looks great, and you guys are smiling and having fun, so that's hard to beat.
That's a win-win.
Right on.
Put on a heck of a show. Amazing as always. You know, WERock will be our home for quite some time.
What have you guys been down to Texas before?
No, this is our first time out here.
What do you think of these rocks down here? They're insane, aren't they?
They are insane. The stuff that we're dropping and climbing and it's just holding lines is incredible. You know, we took our couple Jeeps through Moab and it was very similar stuff that you look at, you're like, no way, it makes it. These things are great.
Yeah, and there's only a little over 300 acres of wheelable stuff here, but it's nonstop. from the back corner all the way up front. Like it's, you know, anywhere you want to go, it's in.
Mounds you have, there's 1,000 lines on each one of these little mounds, so you could play forever out here and not run the same thing twice.
Yep, right on. Well, what do we got coming up next? I guess we're headed to Tennessee, maybe.
Oh, 100%. We're following you around the whole East Coast this year, no doubt about it.
All right, well, that's always a great event. That's coming up in July. We've got Good Evening Ranch before that, which is always a blast. I love having the trees down there.
Oh, shade?
So we can have shade.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you got to bring your own shade out here.
We got on my spot. Use a little shade today.
Yeah, I didn't know they let you out during the day, so that's...
We got a hall pass for them.
Right. Right on, guys. Well, congratulations on kicking things off. Really solid. Really proud of you guys, and you're doing a phenomenal job. So.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Love the good work, guys.
Yep. We will see what you got in store for us for the rest of the day. Are you done with 2 courses? Or you?
2 courses down, 2 to
go.
go.
All right. We'll be cheering you on, guys.
Sounds great. Thank you.
So we take the 2
Keeping an eye on comments as well on Facebook side. Not watching the YouTube side, but if you guys need something, hit us up on Facebook. I'll check in every few minutes. We're all rotating, trying to get the shot here.
You can go in front of me. Go.
Follow along on Melchner Motorsports. Keep tabs on the Charlies. I'm gonna say that's probably the best thing I've seen all weekend, and I've seen a lot of good stuff, but
That was awesome.
we get these guys out here on course having fun, and that's
That's what matters.
All right, over in the distance, we've got Dave Wong on course, so able to get his car repaired. That's great news for Club 42 Racing.
Where am I going? I got ready for you.
Solid run for Charlie. There's Gatorades and waters in that cooler over there still too. When you go over just over the hill right here, there's a tan cooler. Yep. Secrets. We're jumping in on secrets being exchanged over here.
Charlie just needed 3 more inches. That's all I gave him.
Yeah?
Yeah, if I didn't get the 3 inches this afternoon from Dean, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it through there. And we had a disastrous course before that. Not what we wanted to show for everybody. But that's rock crawling, right?
Yep. You're back solid on that one, so
yeah,
that's all you can do is bounce back and
we gotta just keep doing our best. We had a string of my fan, I think, was not working. I reached up to grab where the fuse was, and when I pulled on it to look at it, I unplugged, which was right next to it was my water pump. So I got the fan working by wiggling the wire, but I pulled the water pump undone. So I solved one problem, created another, and we were so out of whack there, and I was discombobulated. I'm excitable, and I don't pay enough attention to begin with, so it doesn't help at all when stuff goes wrong. I just think, let's make the courses easier. I told you, 56 now, I'm 57. 56 and over, we should have more time and wider gates.
Oh, yeah.
Seniors class.
Well, did you get your nap in?
Not yet, because I had to work on my car.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
They want me back at the home at 4:30.
I gotta catch the bus.
I'm not gonna make the shootout, so they want to rob. They'll see me back there. But thank you guys for everything.
So what? First, right off the bat, hitting that bonus there. Saw some exchanges back and forth between Jesse and Chris Poblano. What's some trash talking going on over there?
Yeah, well, Chris, he's good at trying to get in your head, and Mike's grinning and really laughing behind his glasses over there having fun. I love Bress and Amy. I love watching them and working with those guys. They're awesome.
But Chris basically told Jesse there was no possible way we were going to make that climb. And you know, it's a mental game too. Somebody says that, and Chris can back up the game. He's been a spotter. Of course, he was my spotter for all those years, won all those titles. So it gets in your head a little when he says that. But you also got to remember he's doing that to play with you. And Jesse said to me, he goes, "You'll make that climb, no problem."
Yeah.
And he was right. It was no problem. We one shot at it. So
yeah, we saw that in Goldendale last year. You were up there for that event, but Chris kind of got in Dave Wong's head.
That's right.
It's like, I can't believe you feel bad you bypassed that bonus. Now probably won't do that again, will you? And forced him into taking a bonus he wasn't planning on taking, and rolled off of it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep. So that's nothing new, you know, for Chris to play mind games with you at the same time. But
it's all part of the game, you know, watching these guys when they're top level like Chris and Jesse. I'm just trying to learn from them all the time, and I'm real excited because my son is really soaking up all that knowledge. So it's really, really great. It's good, you know. I want to thank you guys again for having us, hosting us at this event site, and the people here have been nothing but amazing to us and nice. And I can't say enough. For us, it's about 2,100 miles to get here, 3 days of driving.
Yeah, all the way from New York. That's a haul.
So it is a ride, but I have to tell you though, the hospitality, the scenery, the track, the courses, everything around was awesome. And if I take a minute, some of our sponsors that you see on the car.
Yep.
You know, we're going to do better next event, I'll tell you that. But Brannick Motorsports, Badlands Off-Road Park, Code 4 LED, Tom Woods Drive Shafts, Mickey Thompson Tires, Battleborn Wheels. And those companies step up over and over to support the off-road industry. And I hope everybody watching gets and tries to buy products from the people you see out here, the sponsors, and the guys who run the stuff. We believe it's the best. Jesse Haynes Fabrication, it's hard to get away from his portal axles, let alone his chassis and stuff. I think he revolutionized the sport and kept it going for a while. And we all don't need to forget there's so many great builders, the guys that are out there from Sasquatch Motorsports are doing incredible things, Ironman Racing. We got all these guys pushing at Hulsey Engineering. I mean, just next level everything. It's making it so that the crappy drivers like me can do okay. We got such great equipment. You know, that's what it comes down to. But thank you and your family for putting it on, and thanks to everybody here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for all the support from you and your family as well. And we are definitely looking forward to getting out to the Badlands Off-Road Park.
What's our next event at East Coast?
It is going to be West Virginia. Uh-oh.
He was up, but he let out.
Not enough whoop-pow. Or maybe it was the Mickey Thompson tires.
I was down there talking to some people, and they were saying that bonus isn't doable. And I started walking over the hill, and I heard you hit it. And as I got up, I saw your rear tires going up it. I was like, that's great.
Well, I'm excited.
Well, hey, you get to put that one in the bag. Like you shot up that, and John's got to take another attempt at it here.
I didn't give enough whoop-pow when I did it.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited, and we're looking forward to the next East Coast event. We'll try to put a little whooping on everybody there. So we'll go home and fix up a couple wires, lick our wounds, and we'll do our best stuff.
Well, we have no doubt that it won't be for a lack of effort being out here and giving it everything that you've got. So.
We're committed to being everything we can with you guys this year. We'll be a great national. We're going to try to make. We'll be a trail breaker this year, and then we're going to also try to come back to Texas Top Gun after that. We're going to need help with logistics with leaving our rigs somewhere on the other side of the country for a few months. I think the four-wheel community, the comp guys are going to help us out.
Yeah, most definitely. So it is a great community for sure. So
yeah, thanks for everything.
All right, guys.
Get down there now.
All right, don't mind me, but definitely found me an amazing pulled pork sandwich. right, John making the climb. He did just barely touch that driver's side cone, unfortunately. John pulled the winch just a little bit.
Spin around over this.
Engaged the rear locker there, able to manipulate the car around. 3 minutes remaining for John Himble here on the Carnage Welders A4 course. Dave, you got your car put back together.
I did, kind of.
Found a close enough shock?
Close enough, yeah.
Okay.
New brand.
How did A3 go for you?
It was pretty wild. We've had to fight gate 3 quite a bit. But it went up and did the big drop, which was fun. So it wasn't too bad.
Good. I'm glad you were able to get the car put back together. And
yeah, we're running a little shorter shock on that side. And now I'm wondering, I'm gonna watch the video, but we're bellying out on 3, couldn't get over the top, and I'm wondering if that shock was part of the issue.
Not tall enough over there.
Not as much droop as I'm used to. So, but we finished the course, so that's good.
Good, good.
Let's take a quick walk, Dave.
Solid run.
It worked. What's that? It's pretty cool, man. Finally, the picture was. Okay, well, Yeah, go back to California now.
Well, nice seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
A little wet from the whites. Yeah. We're from Ohio.
This is Super Dave Osborne's son, Dale Stotler.
Getting ready to go on course.
Do you watch old Super Dave?
Super Dave.
Yeah, Super Dave Osborne back in the day.
I don't think I'm that old.
Yeah, you're.
Dale's a little lad. He's a young lad.
He just looks old. Oh, well, you just said I was old, and I don't think I'm old.
Dale's like 32.
Oh my gosh, he's just a baby.
38 next week. Oh boy.
Charlie's like, I'm out of here.
Just ignore me back over here. I'm not doing anything right here. There's nothing
How's your day going?
There's nothing going on back
Really
here.
good.
You guys sitting up in number one now?
I think so.
Okay. Just gotta keep it rubber side down and
That's the goal.
motor through the rest of the afternoon. All right. Well, the car looks like it's in good shape.
So far.
No issues this weekend. All right. That's a nice change.
It's
Definitely due for one of those.
needed something like that.
Yeah. How's you got just about every control you could want in this car.
Yeah, you know, I took the shocks off. This has the extendable shocks on it. I disconnected those just because I wanted the car to be predictable,
Yeah.
similar to my other cars.
Yeah.
That way I could learn the vehicle and know what it's capable of and what it's going to do before I start adding more distractions.
Yeah, there is an awful lot in here that you get to manipulate for sure.
Yeah. But these cars work so good without that. It's like, you get on the right line, they're going to work.
A help. Like there is that 1% of the time where it's nice to have it, but it seems like there's 10% of the time that they don't work right and they suck. So maybe the technology's not there yet, or maybe we're just we haven't figured it out quite yet. So
Just overthinking it.
well, that we do that anyways. That's all we do. All right. Well, we'll let you guys run this course, but good luck.
All right, thank you.
Ready?
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. We are at WERock for the round 2 of the 2025 WERock season. We are at round 2 here in Mason, Texas, the East versus West versus Texas, presented by Drive Shaft Specialist of San Antonio. Michael Brassanini currently sitting in first place in Unlimited, leaning hard to that passenger side of the car. Chris keeping an eye on where the line is. Michael operating the winches, trying to get the car settled down. This is a tricky notch, again pulling up that left front. Holding that left rear cutting brake, wiggling the steering just a little bit. He's made the transition over to the 5-gate now. Racing team, Sand Hollow Off-Road, JM Rigging and Supply. We'll go check on Sawyer here in just a little bit. A nice crab walk right there, pulling the car back uphill as they make the climb. This season, this used to be the 5-gate. We have changed the name of this. It is now just the blue cones, the blue line, what we call for the rear steers. So both Unlimited and Pro Trail required to run the blue cones this season. That uphill blue cone is just to the left of his driver's side tire. You see the judge moving over there to keep an eye on that cone. So he's got to watch the blue cone on the left, the bonus here. So a nice job by Michael Brassanini, using those Brannick Motorsports axle shafts. Want to thank Buffalo Mountain Builders as well, and Trail Hero. So after the big roll in in Baghdad a few weeks ago, Michael's gotten a new transmission installed in here. He has put a new roof on the car and made some other repairs to get ready for this event, and also mentally get himself prepared to be back in the car. Took a little bit more effort than he had anticipated, but he's got those rear tires to hop around that rock. That should allow the front to get up high enough where they're grabbing a little bit and then be able to put that left rear on top of that boulder as they cross over, twisting up those shocks all the way. Looks like he might have had the front suck down winch in a little tight. It's starting to slough off to that driver's side. He's got the rear tires pointed in that direction, which was pushing it over there. That's where he wanted the rear tires, but unfortunately it was pushing the front in that same direction. He's so close to breaking over the top right there. You can feel that traction. There it is. He's got to straighten the rear, all while trying to make the climb and miss the cones. So a lot going on inside of these machines. Just heard Michael talking about pulling the shocks off of this. He had the extendable shocks. Oh, that was close there. It almost just needed a little bit more RPM out of the tire revolution there. He's just driving that right rear all the way underneath. Now making the correction. That should get it. If he can get that right rear to bite. Oh, he turned back away from it. There it is. Ooh. Bounced back towards the cone, but he is clean as far as I can tell. Whew, a lot of work trying to find the traction there on that 3-gate. Chris coming the best spotters in the game out front for Michael Brassanini. Always a tough part. He's holding one huge rock with his right hand, moving up and over a rock right behind him. We saw Dale Stotler just a few minutes ago come down this in a pretty wild fashion, but everybody else has made pretty clean work of it. Michael sitting down on that passenger side rocker. Again, wiggling those front tires. Try and free the car up. A little bit of throttle. It got the front through. It kicked the rear up a little bit, but still keeping the car rubber side down. So a solid run for Michael Brassanini. Great job, buddy. Rock crawling's biggest fan over here. Danny Benner, how's your day going, buddy?
Pretty good. Not sure where we're sitting points-wise, but I've been having a blast, so that's all that really matters right now.
Right on, man. How many courses you got left?
One more.
One more?
Right now we're waiting on Coach Earl to finish up, but I think the last person was right there. So up next should be Steve Marcotte, and then after him, it's me.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good, buddy. Hey, Caleb's got some cantaloupe over here. I don't even like cantaloupe, but it's cold and it's wet. And that's actually really good cantaloupe. You can still eat healthy out here. We just don't. Unless Rick Jenkins is around.
Uh-oh. We got watermelon, we got cantaloupe, we got pineapple. What's Chris's bike? Cantaloupe good? Yeah, it's right there.
You want to run cam?
All right.
Cones are painted. I was gonna head over there and start setting it out.
Okay. Why don't you run cam for 10 minutes and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay. I'm out. I'll fill it to 15%, so we won't be able to do it for much longer. And then hopefully we can use your phone for the shootout. What's that? Okay, you're still pretty good. Cam Beasley going out on course. James Dunham out front spotting. Making this really tricky turn from gate 1 to gate 2. This pink granite in Texas just grabbing anything underneath this car. Sounds like they just barely touched that left cone. 6 Fab built single seat buggy, chassis by Jesse Haynes Fabrication. Trying to get these Mickey Thompsons to grab a hold of anything to pull this car uphill. Sounds like he's going to a front dig. Spins that car around through the standard blue line. Now I've seen a lot of people struggling to make this gate 3 climb down here in the big boulders. Big Charlie Melchner and Jesse Haynes timing out. Car overheating, decided to call it. Winch is tight, just pulling, keeping those front tires in the air. He was able to loosen that front winch a little bit, finding some tractions. Belly all over. Car dies, he gets it fired back. That rear just grabbing the entire car, lifting it up. They do take the cone. He is trying to back off of there now. That left front's gonna lining back up for this climb. There it is, he finds it finally. Two minutes on the clock. Finished with A3. We got Dave Wong on course. to gate 4 drop. Dave Long in the driver's seat, Nate out front spotting. Three minutes on the clock. Last gate. Plenty of time. Danny Benner on course for his last course of the day. Reposition. Just getting onto this climb is tricky. Finding some bite on that right side. get light. That right rear's in the notch. Spending a lot of time trying to get this bonus line. 5 minutes on the clock, half of his time. 45 seconds. All right, my phone's pretty much dead. So I'm gonna sign off the live. We're gonna start working on the shootout, and we will go live for the shootout here. It's at 6%. Yep. All right, we'll see you guys a little bit for the East versus West versus Texas Pro Mod, Pro Trail, and Unlimited shootout.